All right, we are back. Final segment on Morning Line with News Channel 5 Programming Director Mark Binda, taking a few calls throughout the show and talking about the new, as you see, CBS Fall Preview. The show's coming up. This next one, again, these last three that we've talked about, Man with a Plan, and now we're going to go to The Great Indoors. They're coming later in the season.
Great Indoors, yeah. CBS has got Thursday Night Football for about 6 or 7 weeks. It's not in a row, so that's why I'm not giving you the exact number. We've got 6 games, but there's 1 week where we don't have a game. So these shows will debut in November, I think the first Thursday in November once football is over on CBS. So The Great Indoors, Big Bang Theory will move back to its Thursday at 7. The Great Indoors, starring Joel McHale of Community, will be Thursdays at 7:30. This is kind of another fish out of water show. He's a Bear Grylls, kind of Grizzly Adams outdoors guy, works for like a Field and Stream magazine. They decide they're going to fold the magazine and it's only going to be available online. So now he's got to come indoors and work with these, millennials who know nothing about the outdoors, but they're all, computer geeks and whatnot. So,
all right, let's have a look at that clip. That sounds interesting.
The show is called The Great Indoors, so that's a play on the great outdoors, but it's indoors. Do you see what's happening there, guys? My name is Matthew Perry, and I'm playing Jack Gordon.
But you wish you were that guy. Here, there's a shelter up the street.
Joel McHale plays Jack, who does a lot of research for this magazine, but the magazine is going under. It's going to become an online website, and he has to come work at a company with 3 kids who know zero about the outdoors, and he knows nothing about the internet world.
Good news, we just had our most retweeted online poll. Best outdoor gear for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, nailed it! Can you guess the #1 zombie killing tool?
Remembering zombies don't exist?
It's a very outdoorsy guy coming in to an unnatural setting for him. He doesn't even recognize the workplace, and right out of the gate, they don't recognize him.
What's his digital media footprint?
He has no Twitter, no Facebook. It's like he doesn't exist.
That generation that's grown up knowing nothing other than the internet and social media. It's time that had a little bit of a slapping in there.
Those young kids, they're smart, yes, but they don't know what to write about.
Yeah, I've seen the website. Best 3 ways to drink your own urine? There is no best way. You just drink it.
It's a really cool...
Interesting. I was, I just noticed, I guess I saw his name and I didn't make the attachment. That was McLovin who's producing this, right? And
he's in it. He's not
from Superbad and all these other movies and Kick-Ass, and he's great. He's matured. He used to be so skinny and all that, and now he's in this movie, or in this show instead of movies.
And that'll be Thursday nights at 7:30, starting November 3rd, I think it is, and it'll be Big Bang leading into Great Indoors, then Mom. Mom comes back, great show, and then... Life in Pieces, which was a show we introduced last year, that's coming back for year 2, so that's always good.
Okay. Hey, is football still king?
Football
NFL, how big is it?
Still king. I mean, the ratings are huge. Even when the Titans aren't doing well, the numbers.
How was it yesterday? How was yesterday's game?
Yesterday was a 21 rating, and what a 21 rating means is that's the percentage of homes that were watching the game yesterday. So basically, 21% of homes watched the Titans game.
And you're
saying
saying homes with TVs?
This is just all homes. Now,
all homes.
Of the homes that were actually watching TV at that time, with their TVs turned on, it was probably like a 32 share, 33 share. I didn't look at that number, but the key one is how many homes, total are watching.
Watching. Like for perspective, a Super Bowl gets what type of?
Well, this past Super Bowl, because Peyton is still one of Nashville's favorite sons. I mean, it was an all-time record. I think we had a 56, 57 rating.
57% of all homes in our viewing area.
Yeah.
We're watching.
I mean, and our viewing area is now 1 million homes, basically. A little bit above that. So, if you're doing a 20 rating, it's 20 times 10,000 or whatever it is.
Sure, I mean that's amazing. I mean, Super
20
Bowl
rating would be 200,000 homes, obviously.
Okay. And what's the #1 rated show right now on CBS?
The #1 rated show most weeks is going to be NCIS.
Okay.
I mean, Sunday Night Football, depending on the matchup, may beat it, but it's generally going to be NCIS or The Big Bang Theory.
Okay, and again, a show that continues to just plug along and deliver solid ratings is 60 Minutes, right? Does it not?
60 Minutes. Especially,
60 Minutes just keeps going. Dipped for a while and it comes back up.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing because, for years it was just those iconic, couple of guys, Morley Safer, Mike Wallace, Ed Bradley, and the show's done well, even with, as the cast has changed, they still have those great pieces, and, it'll do better, obviously, if we have the late game on CBS where it's dumping that football audience into the show, but it's still a great show. It's still the king of the magazines.
I think Rick was telling me in my ear, the 49th year begins this.
Yeah,
this
went on
next
the year
year.
in 1968.
I remember watching that, and not really getting into it, but my grandmother watched it just back in the day. And it's been around forever. It's still one of the top news shows in the
consistency,
country.
And it's been in that same time period. Sunday nights at 6 Central.
It's clockwork. It's comfort knowing it's
amazing.
there.
Exactly.
What about sometimes CBS also airing specials? We have this John Benet Ramsey piece.
Right,
what
which
about
actually
that?
did okay last night. I was surprised.
It's 2 parts. There's another part.
2 part is second part tonight. I thought because Dr. Phil's had it on and 2020 did it, and or it was Dateline. I thought, all right, everybody's gonna be a little tired of John Benet by the time it runs on CBS, but it actually did a nice number last night. So beat the Emmy Awards. So part 2's tonight. It was going to be 3 parts, but CBS has condensed it down to 2.
And just again, I find this fascinating, and it's kind of inside pool. I don't know how much the viewers care, but everything else, when we talk about whether something succeeds or not, it's based on ratings. Is it not? Nielsen and how they do it, and that's evolved to some degree, but they still use meters, or how does it work?
Yeah, I probably don't want to get into that too much, but there's a sample of homes within the television market.
That's representative of the viewing area.
And there's a national sample as well, because the CBS isn't going to make a decision on how something does in Nashville. They're going to look at how it does across the United States, but that ratings are a big thing, but and obviously the number one thing people look at, but shows have survived on good word of mouth a little bit.
Yes.
Social media is huge now with programs. If you can get a lot of good buzz on social media, that may give, if the show's like kind of on the fence, but you're getting that good critical love and kind of like people are talking about it, that might be enough to get a second year or to go from 13 episodes to 22 sometimes.
Right, right. And so the online though is becoming a more and more important part of everything, is it not?
I mean, you look at a CBS promo these days, they don't promote necessarily watch NCIS. They'll say watch NCIS tonight at 7 o'clock. But also watch it on CBS All Access or the CBS app, something like that. So CBS is making money on it wherever you particularly watch the show. And that's the thing. That's what's changed so much about our business, is that, it's no longer, I got to watch, this show Tuesday nights at 7. People can watch whatever they want if they've got on demand, or, people can say, what, I'm not even going to watch Big Bang Theory at all during the season. I'm going to wait till June and binge watch all 22 episodes off of Netflix or whatever it might be.
Something like that. They can do that. And is there a way to measure when they do that when it comes to ratings?
There is. That's part of what the whole industry is struggling with, because the way people get rated watching online is a little different than the way they get rated watching television. So I'm not the expert in this area, but that's one of the things as an industry we're struggling with, is how to measure all that and combine it, because it's really, that's really what we need to know, is how many people watch an NCIS, either watch it Tuesdays at 7 or watch it a week later on demand, or watch it on Hulu or wherever they might be watching a show.
Wow, it's just changed so much from the days when it was just the big 3 networks. And now there's so much variety, which is a good thing, and competition that comes about.
The consumer is king these days.
Consumer is king, and we want to give them what they get. And the nice thing is, I mean, we're number 1 in this market. And are we the number 1 CBS affiliate?
We've traditionally been one of the strongest CBS affiliates
in the entire country. So, and we're proud of that, which is pretty darn neat. I'll say that. So these shows all rocking and rolling. We'll see which ones stick about and how that plays out. Again, Kevin Can Wait starts tonight.
Kevin Can Wait starts tonight. Bull tomorrow. MacGyver this Friday, September 23rd.
And the key will be not just, you see how it runs that first day with all the promotions. You get a sense of whether a show is going to make it after what? A couple months?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes after 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 times.
You can just feel it in your bones. You can tell.
I mean, sometimes you'll know the first night that something's not working. But generally, you like this. You would really like to see CBS give it a couple of weeks, because like you said, everybody's really, promoting the heck out of shows that first week, and maybe you ran against a great football game in week 1, or there's something might have happened. I mean, this is going to be a weird fall because next Monday we've got a debate. I mean, so within the next couple of weeks we've got 4 nights where there's debates. We've got Thursday night football games. We've got Sunday night football games. The World Series coming along. So it's really a weird fall compared to past years.
Usual. Got to take all that into account. Can you get to work with the network executives on a sitcom, Nick and his Chickens?
I think that'd be great. My Mother the Car, Nick and the Chickens.
That's a ratings winner. Mark, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you coming on. It's always good. We've been doing this for years, and it's always great.
The chicken could be the ghost of Larry Brinton.
Yeah, that would be. Larry's going to call you later today. All right. Thanks again to Mark Binda, Programming Director here at News Channel 5. Take a break. Be back with a programming note about tomorrow right after this. Stay with us.